What's up, Spartans? SGX coach Joe Batista, J Fusion Fit here, guys. I got a couple of good things for you. I'm going to give you some grip training that's going to benefit your next racing. Now, one of the things that I want to really open your minds to is it's not the grip hang that is the most important. It's that constant traction and retraction, that constant grip of open, close, open, close, open, close. And that's going to happen throughout almost every race that you get on. So check this out. Every time you hop onto a bar and you go from one bar to the next, to the next, to the next, you're going to constantly be relaxing, gripping, relaxing, gripping, relaxing, gripping. Now, you don't develop the same kind of grip endurance by hanging on the bar, because then your grip is only used to the hang. Now, that doesn't mean that if you're doing your hangs that it's a bad thing. Please get those hangs on. Without a hang, you're not going to know how long you can hold on. So now let's go to the first part. So we're going to use a tool called the kettlebell. I know some of you have heard of it. I know some of you have seen it, but I'm just going to make sure that for those of you that are a little bit out of the norm and don't even know what it's called a kettlebell. Kettlebell. Essentially, it's a cannonball weight with a handle on it. Here's where we get to develop our grip strength. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have an 8-kilo kettlebell here. This is 18 pounds, roughly, give or take. And sometimes we're not very good at converting metric to American or imperial. But if just in case, some of you might even have some that say 18 pounds. If it doesn't say 18 and it says 18.6, you're still on the right track. It's okay. We don't have to be too specific. So what we want to do in this movement is we're going to go into what's called the kettlebell clean. Now, the kettlebell clean is also one of the most complex movements. If you don't have this down, then guess what? I really do recommend go look up, find a kettlebell instructor. You can go with somebody that has an SFG, which is Strong First. You can go with somebody that is AKC, which is American Kettlebell Club. You can even go with somebody that is AKC. Now that is, RKC, and that is Russian Kettlebell Club. Now, anybody in the spectrum of kettlebell training will have a different philosophy on how to do a kettlebell clean. But the bottom line is that you're going to learn is that the kettlebell clean is pretty much similar across the board with some minute differences between each style. I'm not going to tell you which is the right or wrong style. I'm just going to show you how to develop that grip strength, all right? So now from here, we're going to start with our kettlebell right into the groin. Now when we do our clean, we're going to bring it up to our shoulder and then right back down. Up to our shoulder and right back down. Now the less movement I use in my entire body, the more I'm going to rely on my grip. Now the next thing I want you to think about too here is I don't want to squeeze this with all my might. Because what's going to happen is when I squeeze it with all my might, the kettlebell doesn't move. It's going to stay there. And then when I do eventually let go, it's going to fall. So I want to make sure that you understand that what we're doing here is I am doing a clean. I'm letting the kettlebell come from my groin and roll around my hand while keeping my fingers in tune here. All right? So I come down, up, down, up. Now the faster I do this, the more I have to tighten up here, tighten down here, tighten up here, tighten down here. The movement right here in between is a lot softer. That's where the kettlebell is rolling. Guess what? That's going to mimic a lot of your monkey bars, a lot of your rope climbing, just to allow that contraction and relaxation that occurs in every one of your grip. When you go up a rope, you have to grip, release, grip, release. We're doing the same thing here. So I grip, release, grip, release, grip, release, grip, release, grip. And then I switch. Now that's the kettlebell clean. Once you get that down, I guarantee you, your grip is going to improve. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm using a small kettlebell. You don't have to have heavy weight to do something over and over and over. It's not the severity or the intensity, it's the tenacity. So make sure you have your grit and you use passion, perseverance, and you make sure you do things over and over until you get it right. You get it right, it'll always be tight. Aru!